Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about what a seller's market is. This is kind of a confusing term if you don't spend all your time talking real estate, but essentially what a seller's market is when there's more demand for housing than there is inventory. So right now there's a big push to have as many people sell their homes as possible because it can be really hard to buy a house when there is a shortage of inventory. It also can be really beneficial for sellers to sell right now. I'm going to give you a couple reasons why. In real estate, we define a seller's market as having less inventory than there is for demand, but we can measure that. Typically, we measure the amount of inventory by the amount of months that we have until we'd run out of houses on the market. In some of your hotter markets like Lakewood, Rocky River, we're looking at sometimes less than 1 month of inventory. What we would consider to be a neutral market, so great for both buyers and sellers, is 6 months of inventory. So the lower you go, the more of a seller's market. The higher you go, the more of a buyer's market. So we're obviously in a very, very strong seller's market at the moment. But why is demand so high right now? Well, demand is high for homes because people need a lot more space. As soon as the pandemic hit and people were sitting at home or working from home, a 2-bedroom apartment that worked for you and your partner before doesn't work when you're both working from home. A second reason is that the cost of money is significantly low, with interest rates continuing to go down, being usually a little bit less than 3% on a 30-year fixed rate loan. That is a great interest rate for purchasing a home. So that's why there's so much demand. As far as, why is this a benefit to sellers? Well, in a lot of ways, this can help you to A, sell your home for top dollar, and B, to have it sold quickly. A lot of questions that we get about that. Does that mean my home's going to sell in one day? Well, it depends. Even though buyers are looking for homes and the demand is high, they're still savvy buyers and they're still looking for the right price. They're not willing to overpay if they don't think that the return is going to be there for the home. You can't just necessarily throw your home up on the market. There is still marketing that needs to be done. And for that, you should turn to a realtor who can have your best interest, who can make those connections for you to make the process as seamless as possible. Especially because when your home is priced correctly, when it is marketed correctly, you may end up with multiple offers. What's great about that is that you can choose what offer works best for you, but it can also be really difficult to determine what the best offer is out of 5 or 10 offers. Again, that's where it's great to have an agent because they can really show you the benefits of each offer, what they're saying, what is going to make it strongest for your situation. So with that being said, it's a great time to sell your home, but is it a great time to buy a home? A lot of times I have buyer clients who will say, well, is it even worth it to buy right now? And the answer is yes. Can it be a little bit more difficult? Yes, but I have another video about how to win in multiple offers. And there are so many ways that we can work as a team, agent and client, to really make sure that you can be successful. Sometimes that's doing a lot of prep work ahead of time, adjusting your budget and expectations, leaving room for those multiple offer situations, potentially purchasing over asking, and acting really quickly. A lot of the information that comes out on the internet is not accurate. And so having somebody who's in there who knows what's happening in the real estate market in your area is really important to help you be successful when you win in multiples. We've had a number of clients over the past year who have been successful in multiples, and I think almost all of them would tell you it's because they were prepared ahead of time. They took our advice. We were really strategic about what we offered and what questions we asked, and that's what made us successful in most ways. So yeah, it's still worth it. Rent prices continue to go up, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. This can be a great time to buy. And even though we're in a seller's market, life still goes on. There's still people who need more room. There are people who are getting married. There are people who are growing their families. There are people who want more space. If you're home all the time, why wouldn't you want a little bit more space? All of that is still happening. It's still possible. It's just a matter of having the right partner on your team. And for that, I hope you'll choose the Lauren Mastracco team. For more information about us and if we can help you in any way, please visit laurenmastraccoteam.com. Thanks so much.